Alright guys, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, but I've actually never beaten Super Mario Bros. For the NES. Please don't stop loving me.
What?
Hey yo guys, I'm putting my gamer card today on the line for you guys today. I'm here to share some of my biggest gaming regrets, gaming sins if you will, with you guys and see what you guys think about that and see if you guys share some of these regrets with me. But don't worry, you don't have to confess any of these sins with me unless you really want to. I mean, this isn't no confession stand. I have no right to judge you. I'm here, a self-proclaimed professional gaming YouTuber. Okay, I'm not that, at least not yet, but I'm not gonna judge you when I'm the one that has not collected every star in Super Mario Galaxy 2. Oh god, I can feel the judgment already. I beat the game though, I beat the game. I got a little over 100 stars, but I never completed it to 121. And now I researched the game and now there's a 242 star challenge and I'm nowhere near close to that, and I really regret not ever doing that challenge. So today's video is going to be a little bit more personal since it's going to be about my gaming sins, but please feel free to share some with me if you want to. It'll make it a lot more fun when we go down the comments and see a couple of these. So don't leave me alone on this. And yes, some things are going to be a little subjective, but everything in life is subjective, so let's just have fun with it. The very first one I'm going to go over is something that everyone, or at least a lot of you, might actually, relate to. You might either consider this a gaming sin or just the life of a connoisseur of a consumer of video games, and that's the backlog. I know that I'm not alone on this. Sometimes you just look over your shelf and just marvel at your glorious library, but I don't know if you feel the same way as me, because I feel bad for my games that are still dressed and shrink wrapped. I know those little girls want me to tear them open, pull the game out of their slots like the sluts they are, and just play them. Don't worry, I'll be gentle. But I just can't help myself. I'm just so bad with money. There's always sales and the sales just kill me. Like, I don't want to lose money on this. The game's on 30, but it could have been 60. I'm saving $30, but I'm still spending money, and I really shouldn't be spending money. And then there's stupid Steam sales where it's just like $1 for 40 games. Like, why wouldn't I buy that? And now I have a big list of games I'm never gonna get through on Steam. And the worst part is I don't even know how to remove these games off my list. I just have this stupid list of games I'll never play. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to kill all you stupid. I love you all equally, the same. You're all my little children. And then this actually leads me to my biggest sin, and that is that I've never actually played a lot of the biggest franchises in gaming. I swear that I wanted to play them because I actually bought all these games, but I don't know what happened. I don't do anything, so I don't know what my excuse for not playing them is. Like, I've never played Uncharted, I've never played any of the Final Fantasy games, I have not played Kingdom Hearts, I haven't played any of the Witcher games, any of the Tales series, I've never played any of the Metal Gear Solid games, I've actually never played World of Warcraft, I've only played Dark Souls for like an hour, I haven't played so many games, and I don't want to keep going because I already know I lost everyone's respect. Plus, please don't stop loving me. But you know what, starting today I'm gonna put my most effort into actually playing all these games eventually, and eventually means never, and this is my biggest sin. That's actually probably my worst sin, but the next one is still pretty bad because I haven't finished a lot of the games I play. And this isn't no I played it for an hour and just never picked it up. Like, no, sometimes I sink a lot of hours into these games and I never go back to finish them. Skyrim is one that comes to mind because somehow I actually put 250 hours into the game and never actually beat it, and then I bought it for the Switch and I only played it for an hour and never got back to it again. Why am I like this? And then I've played every game from Fire Emblems from Awakening and onwards, and I've actually never beat none of them. If it's an RPG and it's a long game, I might actually never actually finish it because I've actually never finished Persona 5. And I really like Persona 5, I really like Fire Emblem, I really like Skyrim, but then I just move on into another game. And then I love and respect retro games. I love the NES and SNES games that are on the Switch. But I've never actually taken the time to actually beat one because a lot of the games don't have saves, and I know they have the in-game save, but I've never actually put the effort into actually beating them. I love Nintendo's big three, but I've never been able to beat them on NES. I've never beat Super Mario Bros, I've never beat Legend of Zelda, and I've never beat Metroid. The only time I consider I actually beat Metroid was because I beat Zero Mission, and I mean, that is technically Metroid. I just can't beat the original one. And then technically a lot of these games aren't even long, they're just really hard, or I just suck at video games, or at least retro gaming. Maybe that's my biggest sin, I suck at old games. I won't lose sleep over it. And then there's people that say there's no wrong way to play a video game. Well, that person was wrong, because there is a wrong way to play video games. Case in point, me, when I played Fire Emblem's Awakening, but with permadeath off. Wrong. Now, this is a part where we can all argue that, you should just let people play their games the way they want to. It's a mode in the game, so it's not really wrong. And then finally, just don't gatekeep, But then again, this is the internet, and people are always going to judge you like I'm judging myself. But, you got to get some rough skin and just work through it, And plus, it was my first Fire Emblem game. I was just trying to learn the game. But I know for certain games, I'm just playing it completely wrong, just like Skyrim, because I had the most vanilla playstyle. I think I just picked the warrior class because I just didn't know who to pick, and and I've never really looked into learning the magic or any other perks in the game. I just really want to just go in there really strong and bash the shit out of everything. And I mean, that's not a wrong way to play the game because that's definitely a play style, but I don't know, I felt like I missed something. I felt like there was something about Skyrim that I might have missed. And then there's things like Breath of the Wild where I never messed with the cooking, and then I never really messed with the physics engine, you know, when you can freeze things and throw things all up everywhere and just mess with the whole game basically. Or sometimes I just really want to beat a game and I don't really want to do everything in the game, so I do the most minimum, so I beat the game with the most minimum percentage. I don't know, I'm not saying it's wrong to play like this. I'm just saying I feel like I'm doing it wrong sometimes because I'm just playing so fast. Like, I hate to admit it, but sometimes I skip the tutorials, and thank God it's actually saved me sometimes, because the reason I never got into League of Legends, because I tried at one point to play with my friend, but I skipped the tutorial, just had no idea what the hell the game was about. Or sometimes I'll play an online multiplayer game and I'll just not know what the meta is and just screw up the whole team comp. I for sure know that people are pissed off when they see a Hanzo on the team comp, but I don't care because I'm trying to have fun. And then finally, let's just get to the small regrets that I've had in my life, and that's really when I was young. Like, I regret selling some games. I definitely regret the games I lost, and sometimes I did stupid things. Like, I used to think that the player's choice version of the games were cool, so I usually like to play those games, and now I have stupid yellow bars in my library and I just hate it. These probably don't sound so bad because they just sound like little mistakes from a child, but to me they just felt like dumb regrets because it's like, ugh, they're just so personal to me, and I just like look back and cringe. Like, I really lost my Game Boy and all my Game Boy games because I used to have them in a little pouch, and I left them at the laundromat and I never saw them again. Why would I do that? Why would I carry every fucking game with me? But like I said in the beginning of the video, it is optional, but come on, share some of your biggest gaming sins, some of the regrets that you've had. Don't lie because he sees all up there. Don't lie and say you're perfect. But I do hope that you guys put some of your regrets in the comments. I can't wait to see them. And if you made it this far into the video, please do consider liking. That helps me out a lot. And then please consider subscribing if you want to see more content from me. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you.